We are the advisory council. It's our job to tell him what is
I know, but
Chicha uruziva social media people are not happy about this man story. Saka pinda utitaurire mkuru.
Yo, but kana kuzenya chingopinda taurire.
I've been the bad guy. This and antina chimtseura nyaya traveling kuti mkuru traveling muri kuwanza. Saka I cannot be the bad guy every time. That's how people disappear. Pinda utaura.
Uranditi chexit.
Aiyo, nyaya uruiziva. Handi kungotaura mkuru chimani zvaita muri kudzikisira ma RTGS. It could have been worded differently. Pinda utaure. Pinda uchakuti. Alright, ndini mkuru taura. How would you say to me?
Makadi mkuru.
Remember kuti tangana zvavari kugona.
Pama wigi pepa makagona 100,000 vanhu vari kufara. But ayikutyisa kanaya.
Ndikuprepare mukati memory tense. Memory tense.
Paiwe speech yamakatanga mukushora ma RTG.
Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, welcome to the week with me, Comrade Fatso. And it's been another crazy week where the government bought some wigs, the MDC lost another election, and the vice president lost his marbles. But first, wigs. Yes, wigs. While our Hurment has been preaching the gospel of austerity, they decided to spend £100,000 on wigs. And they're not even Peruvian. Yes, they spent 100K on Jima wig. Nope, not on medicines for our hospitals, not on Cyclone Idai relief, not on fixing the courtrooms themselves. No, 100K on Woodzi. Comrades, if you value the hair of your judges so much, just ask me next time, ka. I've got a very good salon. I'll give you cheap price. Basera, the fade special since you want to look hip anyway. Our Hurment, who are always so anti-colonial and anti-imperialist, but when it comes to the courtroom, they still want to dress like good old British judges from the 17th century. Why don't we create our own local style for our judges' hairdos? We can use cowhide for normal magistrates' court, and then we go full on jigure for those high-level crime cases. I mean, imagine how crime would drop nationwide. No one would want to be tried by jigure judges. Just picture jigure judges walking into court. You would shit yourself as a criminal. The MDC has been having a terrible week. First, they lost a by-election in Caudray Park, Blaio, because they fielded two candidates. There were also reports of violence in their internal elections across the country. And then Monzora accused Tendai Biti and Welshman Nube of attempting another split. Then, they blamed Cyclone Idai for the Caudray Park loss. Really, guys? Chamisa's spokesperson, Nkululeko Sibanda, said, "Look, we blinked and the rigging machine took advantage. This is primarily because the president focused on the cyclone and humanitarian situation. That is like blaming your poor O-level results on Zimbabwe. Where is the correlation? Comrades, people in Chimanimani can blame Cyclone Idai. People in Chipinge can blame Cyclone Idai. But for you guys, it's just cyclone idiocy." In my favorite news of the week, the government that came to power through a coup d'etat is pushing to enact laws that will ban coup d'etats. Yes, the new dispensation of Idi Mnangagwa has moved to domesticate an African law that seeks to deter military meddling in civilian politics and to block coups against a sitting government. Justice Minister Ziambi presented before the Senate the African Charter on Democracy, Elections and Governance. The charter bans state parties from accessing power through illegal means, aka that, which this guy and that guy did. That's like a drunk guy who locks himself in a bomby storm, gets drunk and doesn't let anyone else in because he's finished all the booze. Idi and team have drunk the Kool-Aid and they don't want anyone else sipping on it.
Dear Peter House, personally inini hangu, I was not offended by your tweet. This weekend chaiyo, title of Vimatsuro. I think vanhu vakangotsamwa nekuda kweeconomy and mimi makangobatanzirwa pakati. The point of this letter is to reassure you that you are still my favorite school, even though I am not a former student myself, in that I was not happy with how people treated you this weekend. because you've done a lot to make sure that black people can pronounce words like determined and august properly. PS, mune nzvimbo yeform 2 here kana musina expression. Yours faithfully, Fadzai, sorry, Mukudzei Majon.
In sad news this week, VP Mohadi attacked and threatened to kill his ex-wife in Beitbridge. What makes it even crazier is that he did it in full view of the Beitbridge police, who've since remained silent about the incident. If there was ever a time to demand action, this is it. The person attacked was not a powerless woman. She is Senator Tambudzani Mohadi, who after having her car taken was told to come and report the incident herself. If no action is taken against the VP, what message is the government sending to other less powerful women who suffer from gender-based violence? People on Twitter were asking, where are all the feminists now? No, when a woman gets attacked, everyone should be outraged, not just feminists, because domestic violence has got no place in our society. Cyclone Idai has had devastating effects in Zimbabwe, Malawi, and Mozambique. So when are we going to have a conversation about the real cause of this? Climate change. That's the real story here. Our planet is being torn apart by climate chaos caused by an economic system that seems to value buying as much shit as you can instead of leaving a healthy planet for our children. So we need to take action to make sure our government takes this seriously. I mean, when last did you hear your MP talking about a green energy policy, or building more sustainable communities, or cutting out carbon emissions? Get in touch and put pressure on your MPs to take seriously one of the most important issues of our generation. Check out People in Earth Solidarity Lawyers for more information. Thanks for joining us on The Week. Follow Magamba TV on social media. I've been Comrade Fatso. You have been the people. This has been The Week. Thank you and Futseke!